Hello everyone. In the previous video, we studied the subject-centered curriculum design, and we divided this design into three types, which are separate subject design, correlate subject design, and broad field design. In this video, inshallah, we will study the activity-based curriculum design. It is the curriculum that takes care of the needs of the students and their abilities preparations. It provides the opportunity for the student to carry out various activities that are consistent with their needs. So we can say that the activity curriculum has moved the focus of the attention from the study of knowledge to the student himself. I think the activity curriculum design started with the experimental school, which established by John Dewey in 1896. And this school is considered as the first modern school that organized its curricula on the basis of activities. If we want to study the principles of the activity curriculum design, we have to remember the characteristics of the Dewey's experimental school, which we have already studied before. We can find that this type of design has two principles. Number one, the learning process is based on the learner's interests, and the teacher must search for those common interests among the learners and drive the questions necessary for the activity from the real problems that attract their attention. Number two, knowledge in the activity curriculum is obtained from the work of the student or the learners and their participation and their positivity in education situation to achieve clear goals. As you see in the concept map, the activity curriculum design is divided into three types of designs. Number one, an activity curriculum based on student interests. Number two, an activity curriculum based on the social life situations. Number three, activity curriculum based on projects. Let's start with the first type, which is activity curriculum based on the student interests. This design focuses on the creating educational situation that are chosen in the light of the learner's needs. A complete interaction between the learner and the situation, which leads to acquisition of new and meaningful things for him. Now we have to ask, what are the characteristics of the activity curriculum based on the student's interests? Number one, it focuses on the student's self-activity and it is based on a need that the learner feels. Number two, it is not developed in advance, but it is based on the student's needs that determine the content of the curriculum. Number three, the teacher and the students plan, implement, and evaluate the program and aspect of the activity. Number four, the teacher's job is to guide, and study subjects don't depend on memorization, but rather through their association with the activity. Number five, information is gained through experience and activity. Number six, traditional lessons are replaced by workshops, reading, and research. Despite the benefits of the activity curriculum design, some criticism was leveled at him, such as paying attention to the needs of the students instead of the needs of the society. It also needs a qualified teacher to deal with the field of the activity and to be familiar with the characteristics and requirements of the growth. After studying the activity curriculum design, we have to move to the second design, which is activity curriculum based on social life situations. This design considers school as a social institution that determines the society future through the experiences that enable learner to carry out the responsibilities for the advancement of the society. What are the characteristics or the advantages of the activity curriculum based on social life situation? It fulfills the social function of education. The learners become more positive in the learning processes. This kind of design helps integrate education experiences by organizing knowledge and information about social situations. There are some disadvantages of the activity curriculum based on social life situation. Number one, it is built on the basis of the perception of the adults in the society, not the actual needs of the students. Implementing this kind of design is difficult because the current school buildings are not suitable for it. Number three, it requires qualified teachers and it is difficult to find appropriate teaching aids. Now let's study the third activity curriculum design, which is based on projects. This design focuses on projects in which students discover problems and the challenges in the real world. During this kind of projects, the students participate in field work and educational tasks under the supervision of the teachers. We can classify projects into three types. Number one, building projects, such as designing a specific device, preparing a model for a digestive system. Number two, problem projects, such as preparing a project to design a pollution-free city and project to recycle some waste to reduce the waste or the pollution. Number three, projects to acquire a specific skill, such as the first aid skills or eco-friendly skills. To implement a project with the students, the first step is choosing the project. This step begins with the teacher raising a specific study topic that is the focus of discussion among the students about a problem from their school or environmental life, or about aspect of the student's social life, or about an environmental phenomenon, or other things that fall within the student's interests. The second step is planning for the projects, in which the project is planned through preparing an integrated plan that includes defining the goal of the project, defining ways to obtain information, distributing roles of the students, and determining the tools, materials needed to implement the project, and specifying the time period for the implementation of the project. This plan is presented to the teacher to identify areas of strength and weaknesses and to guide the student through it. The third stage is implementation of the project. At this stage, the theoretical aspect of the project plan items is translated into a reality under the teacher's supervision. The fourth and the last stage is evaluation of the project. The project evaluation process is a continuous process that includes final evaluation and formative evaluation in all stages of the project construction. The evaluation aims to identify the problems the student faced and how they were able to overcome them. The project design has many benefits, and the infographic you see summarizes some of these benefits. Now we have already finished studying all the elements of the activity design. I want to thank you for your attention. I wish you all the best.